Hey guys, what's up? It's Acasha72 with the Microsoft Visual Basic 2010 Express Tutorial 1. Hello world. In this video, I'll be going over graphical user interface design, events and properties, and simple VB.NET code. So to start off, let's go ahead and click on New Project. And we'll name our project Hello World. When the program loads, we notice we have our Form 1, menu bar, Solution Explorer, Properties window, and the toolbox. I'm going to go ahead and open up the toolbox, dock it to get it out of the way. And here we have our Form 1 Designer. This is going to allow us to set up our graphical user interface. And for those of you not familiar with what the term graphical user interface means, all it is a way users can interact with computer through visuals instead of implementing text-based instructions, such as in the command prompt. Well anyway, like all good coders, we'll start out by renaming our form and controls as we go along. It's important to name forms and objects accordingly, so when we're coding, we understand exactly what we're creating instructions for and don't accidentally have an object do something we don't want it to do. That can create lots of headaches when the number of lines of code you have starts getting into the hundreds. So I'm going to go ahead and name Form 1 FRM Hello World. Change the name at the top to Hello World as well. Okay, so now that our form has been renamed, we can go ahead and start resizing. We can either stretch the form, like I normally do, or, to get into specifics, we can use the size property in the properties window. I'm going to go ahead and make this 500 by 350. Yeah, that looks good. Now something I like to do that you don't necessarily have to is change the form's border style and get rid of the maximize box. So we'll change that to false. And the form border style, my favorite, is fixed 3D. Now you notice when we click on debug, the border here can't be changed. And, oh, looks like I got rid of the minimize bar. Now we want the maximize bar. There we go. So the form here can't be changed, and the maximize bar is now disabled. Okay, so continuing on, let's add the controls we'll be using in this project. We're going to need one label, 3 command buttons, and 1 text box. Now we can have some fun customizing the properties of these controls. To me, it's always important to make things look the best I can, especially when you're doing a professional project. This one right here is going to be the exit button, so I'll stick it in the corner. Now one of the best tools you can use is when you go up to the menu bar here, you see Format. You can center the objects that you choose in the form. So that'll save you a lot of time. However, if you do stretch it, you'll probably have to go back up to Format and recenter it again. So I'll do the same for the label. And let's see, let's start naming everything. So we're using a label, so I'm going to call it LBL title. For our command buttons, I normally use CMD, and that'll be English. Button 2 will be CMD Spanish. Our text box will be TXT Hello. And our exit button will be CMD Exit. Start changing the name of everything on the user side. Alright, now what's cool in Visual Basics is there's two ways to format text. You can either click on the little arrow next to font. For me, I like using this if I'm just going to change one property really quick, like the size. It's my most common one. Since that's the title, make it a bit larger. I'll go back up to my format here, center it in the form. But there's also this nice graphical user interface when you click the ... button after you select font. It kind of gives it more of a Microsoft Office effect. And that definitely helps out. Format again. You don't have to do it as many times as I do. Now to select multiple controls at one time, all you do is click on your first control, hold down the control key, and click the next object. From there you can start changing things as you want. Like here I'll just change font size a bit. Might as well make X at 12 as well. And maybe start adding a touch of color. Let's see. Let's make X at medium purple, why not? Then we'll make Spanish, Dodger blue, and English will have a nice dark orange effect. But for everything, let's select all of these. I'll change the color of the font to green yellow. Okay, now we got a pretty interesting looking project. So the moment we've all been waiting for, let's get into the actual object-oriented coding. By double-clicking on the English button, VB.NET will automatically create a private sub to handle the English button when clicked. To change an event, we can simply go up to this menu in the right corner and select the event we wish to work with. Alright, let's see. How about we add a mouse leave event? We'll work with this in a minute, but let's go back up to the English.click. Alright, now let's see. How do we code? The basic template for VB Simple coding starts with the object we'll be giving guidelines to. So let's say object dot property that we're controlling. So object dot property, and we're going to set that equal to a new value. So object dot property equals value. For those of you not familiar with coding, what I just did was create a comment, and a comment is just text in a code that the program will ignore so you can organize your code thoroughly. To create a comment in VB, all you do is type an apostrophe and then the text you want. Alright, well anyway, so our English.click event will change the text in our text box to hello. So to do this, we'll start out by typing txt hello, which is our object, dot text, our property, equals hello, which is our new value. Now at the same time, our click will also change the forecolor and back color of the text box. So txt hello dot forecolor equals color dot maroon, and for the heck of it, let's make txt hello's back color equal to yellow at the same time. Alright, let's see what we got so far. So when we click down on English, our text box changes its text, as well as the color scheme seems to be accurate. Okay, so far so good, no problems yet. Alright, so let's go back down to our mouse leave event, and let's make it reset our text box. So to do this, we'll start typing txt hello, our object, .txt, our property, and we'll set this equal to nothing. Well, if you want to be specific, you can actually type in nothing and the program will read it the same way. At the same time, we'll reset our fore color back to black and our back color back to white. Alright, now let's go ahead and start debugging again. Alright, so we click down on English, everything happens flawlessly, and as soon as we leave the region of this exit button, everything resets. Alright, good, we're looking good so far. Alright, now let's start working with our Spanish button. To keep things a bit interesting, let's change up some events. How about this time we'll do mouse down and mouse up. We might as well get rid of the click event. Alright, what to do with this mouse down event. To start, let's have txt hello.text equal hola. Oh, for those of you wondering, if you want to make an upside down exclamation mark, all you do is hold down the Alt key and click 0161 on the keypad, let go of Alt, and it turns it into an upside down exclamation point. But moving right along, because we seem to be running out of time, let's make the title disappear by utilizing the visible property. So LBL title dot visible equals false, and for the fun of it, let's make the text in txt hello read only, and how about we make the English button disabled. Code seems a bit one-sided. Let's see what we got so far. Alright, so when we click down on the Spanish button, text changes, and the title is no longer visible, English can't be clicked, and the text can't be changed. Now, let's start resetting things. How about we throw in a mouse enter for the title, and we'll have this code reset in two different instances. CMD Spanish, let's do some copy-paste ninja techniques here. We'll copy these segments of codes, shave off some extras. When we mouse up, how about our text will change up a bit and the title will be visible again. And when mouse enters, we'll catch the rest of them, read only and enabled. So we'll just switch what these ones are doing here. We'll make the text nothing again. Alright, let's see what we got. So when we mouse down on the Spanish, everything changes. When we mouse back up, text is gone, Hello World's back, and it's not until we enter the region of Hello World where the English button and the text box are fully re-enabled. Alright, now comes the best part. Coding the exit button. Coding the exit button. The acknowledgement of a working program and a job well done. Well, unless of course you're like me and code the X button to delay the inevitable thought process when my code doesn't work. But I must warn you, this next line of code will actually be pretty excruciatingly painful. Few men have dared to even dream of attempting to code such a horrible and deadly executable set of instructions. Brace yourself. Well, there you have it. You've successfully created your own program. Now the next thing you should do is go out into the nearest crowded mall on a Saturday and yell, "Hello world, I'm a programmer!" I would also like to take this time to say, in the event that you do such a thing, that I am not responsible for your affiliated actions or the actions of others. I'm also in no way associated with you, and if I happen to be within earshot, will execute every right to walk the other way. This is Acasha 72, signing off.